Well, this has been quite the journey. I find it interesting that classical physics works right up until you get to subatomic particles. Then they switch to a new model called quantum physics. And I find it identically interesting that reductionist medicine works right up until you get to non-traumatic problems. Then you need a new model. That's why I named this quantum medical model. At the beginning, we said the basis of this model is truth, and honestly, we fully admit we don't have all the puzzle pieces. The question I asked you at the very start was, regardless of the missing pieces, can you see the image? Can you see that we live in a harmonic-based universe, not mechanistic or reductionistic one? The fruits of using a falsified model are bitter, dangerous, and deadly. Personally, I'd rather use a model that works based on truth and science, even if we don't know exactly how or why it works, than one that doesn't work and science has clearly proven to be false, even if it makes a lot of money for a lot of people. The puzzle piece that is missing is this. Science can't numerically tell us what level our harmony is with anything. We have not only presented mountains of irrefutable evidence that there are intangible factors beyond materialism at play in the human condition, we have also satisfied the cynic's willful, ignorant, flippant demand for extraordinary evidence. And yet, when we ask the same confident cynics to give any normal evidence that their medical model reliably works for non-traumatic maladies, or explain away all the mountains of bitter fruit evidence against it, they get offended. I have had scientists literally tell me I am anti-science. They tell me not to question the narrative or refuse to discuss it and never talk to me again. You can decide for yourself if I am anti-science or nothing could be further from the truth. In talking with a source at the CDC who wants to remain confidential, they said 3 words that have haunted me to this day. It's the reason why the CDC actively hides iatrogenic illnesses and deaths, medical mistakes. It's the same reason why they propagated all of the COVID-19 misinformation, and they lie about vaccines. They said it's because if that information got out, it would undermine public trust, thus destroying any remaining credibility of the entire medical system and shake the very foundations of trust in the federal government. I personally don't think there's much left trust in either institution, but shouldn't we disrupt a system that's foundation is rotten? That's the first step in making it better. Why turn a blind eye if it hurts people, just so you never have to confront the fact that you were complicit or were duped? We've all been duped. The sting of embarrassment is temporary versus a lifetime of fraud. It's difficult to get a man to understand something when his salary depends on his not understanding it. Upton Sinclair. Sometimes I think I'm too hopeful because all the science in the first segment on the preamble of truth proved again and again that there is no actual quality or quantity of evidence enough to convince them. They are unconvincible. But they don't matter for you in your life. The good thing is we don't need the approval of cynics or to convince the unconvincible, or even technology to catch up to us to move forward because there are already 2 ways in which we can tell what we are in harmony with. 1, how we feel when we think about a subject, and 2, what comes into our lives. We live in a harmonic-based universe. Let me try and synthesize all the puzzle pieces as I see this coming together. We are an eternal one, part of all that is, the universe, infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call it. I use the word source because it's less triggering. We have projected a portion of ourselves into this body and time-space reality for the purpose of joy. We are always connected to this larger part of us 24/7, 365. Our emotions are a what source thinks about what I am thinking about -meter. When we think thoughts like unconditional love, we feel great, because in that thought we are in perfect harmony with our source energy, and that energy is flowing to us 100%. We are like that from which we come, and we come from love. At that stage of pure connection, some sort of pure life force energy is flowing to us. In this state, disease can't abide that vibrational harmony. We are like a dimmer switch. When we think thoughts of frustration and worry, we are restricting the flow somewhat. How we increase the strength of our connection is an art of reaching for better harmonic thoughts like hope, love, and optimism. We can know they are better because they feel better. Habitually staying in those harmonic areas, things will happen to us that yield more manifestations that we will respond with similar emotions. When we are in fear, hate, and disempowerment, we are severely restricting the flow of source energy, and we will get things that match it as well. The restriction of the flow of energy from our source is the true cause of all sickness, illness, and disease. Contrast, while uncomfortable and not pleasant, is good as it serves as the catalyst for you receiving everything you want. We only know most clearly what we do want when we experience something we don't want. You have the absolute freedom to think anything and therefore, in essence, harmonize and therefore rendezvous with anything that you want in life. When a seemingly unwanted contrast event happens in your life, at that very point, two seeds are planted, one with a bitter fruit and the other with a sweet fruit. Which one you harvest depends on which one you pay attention to, as your thoughts are like constant running water from a hose, fertilizer, and sunshine to the seeds planted. As soon as you can, look at every contrasting event with appreciation that your guidance is working, and second, that you now know most clearly what you do want. You couldn't have ever received the sweet fruit without the seed that the contrast helped plant. Trying to attack the root of the problem is useless, as the root comes from a seed. Your thoughts are your seeds. Taking action from a place of lack does nothing at best and backfires at worst. Therefore, going to any kind of practitioner for any kind of non-traumatic ailment before you get in harmony with your good-feeling body first is a mistake that will backfire on you. We must take the time to direct our alignment first on what we do want. It costs us nothing but focus and time. There is no excuse. Practitioners may indeed be able to help alleviate your ailment, but unless you change what your radio station is tuned to, something that will make you feel similarly bad is sure to come, just like a different song on the same radio station. I've seen this every day for years. Nobody can force you to habitually think any thoughts against your will, and therefore no practitioner, energy worker, therapist, doctor, or healer can permanently heal you of all of your life's pains, unless you change from being in harmony with painful things to being in harmony with an amazing feeling body. Enlightened practitioners, energy workers, therapists, doctors, and healers who know how the universe works will not even try and treat your condition without helping you get into harmony first. Then, once you are in tune, the whole universe will conspire to help you solve your problem in the shortest, fastest, cheapest, best custom way for you possible. If you have any kind of illness, pain, or disease, and you go to a Western medical doctor, they are required by law to do the standard of care of drugs or surgery. Go to a functional, alternative, or Eastern practitioner, they will bring out their lifestyle parrot and load you up with expensive supplements. If you go to the internet, which is full of flashy biohackers who I admit have really done their homework, will load you up with extremely expensive high-tech supplements like peptides, gene tests, and tell you to go buy some other high-tech equipment, as they similarly claim the root of your problem is a nutritional imbalance, toxins, or lack of something they happen to sell. They may have a test result that confirms that you do have a problem, but without exception, they are all wrong. The true cause of the problem was the restriction of source energy. They confidently do their craft, yet all have no idea why their solutions didn't work or why the problem just transmuted into something else. And yes, it's certainly possible for the practitioner to help the client get into harmony with a good-feeling body by their confidence. but it's more reliable long term for you to do it yourself. Then work on clearing the 3.5 hurdles. Get your relationships in tip-top order. Have more purpose in your life by volunteering. And let go of any aspects of your philosophy that isn't serving your best interest. That will all help any and all potential traumas that your body is holding on to. With the 3.5 hurdles cleared, you are now in the best position possible to restore your wholeness. No analogy is perfect, including this one, but let's say your body's like a car, and this car needs wheels, an engine, and fuel to run. If you lack any one of these, any other work on your car is futile. Science confirms again and again that to really deliciously thrive in your life and in your physical body, you need a romantic relationship and a small network of friends, a feeling of purpose in your life, a soul-supportive philosophy that gives you the feeling of control, and if needed, to have dealt with any past traumas. Trying to heal without dealing with each of these is a fool's errand. Imagine a lady has her car towed to a full-service auto center, and she is complaining that her car isn't going like it used to. There's no fuel in the car, but in talking to a mechanic, she insists she needs a new engine. He readily agrees and charges her and rebuilds the whole engine. After it's done, she's frustrated that it still doesn't work. She's upset and takes it to another automotive practitioner. She now thinks she should get it fully detailed and undercoating. And it still doesn't work right. She endlessly has this car being towed all around the world to different auto practitioners. And they feel bad too. Nothing seems to be working. And it's obvious where I'm going with this. She needs fuel. I see countless people who need to deal with their past trauma. Or they need to harmonize with a healthy romantic relationship and invest in and develop their friendships. Or they need to drop their victim mentalities and external locus of control and adopt a better philosophy that honors and works with the laws of the universe instead of against it. There is no most important one. You need them all to drive. These are very real hurdles, and ignoring them is ludicrous. When people take the time to clear the hurdles and fix each of these aspects of their lives, all their other problems fade away, with no direct efforts to fix those problems. And that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So many people's lives aren't going well, and they say, I can't work on the 3.5 hurdles because they are confident there is no solution, because they feel stuck with their current relationship, job, whatever, because of kids, finances, geography, whatever. This shows a complete lack of trust and misunderstanding in the universe. The universe knows all of those things and can still find the best solution ever. Your work is not to jump up and take action like fighting against unwanted spouses, employers, or illnesses. That'll just backfire on you. It's not your job to tell the water which path to go downhill. That's the universe's job, to surprise and delight you with solutions better than you could have ever imagined. Your work is done quietly, silently, as you work on moving up the emotional scale on all topics, changing your philosophy, sitting down each day with your notebook, writing about things you love about relationships, your body, things you love about life on this planet. That's the work. That's your work. Now, I'll tell you the truth, there is a problem with this approach. While doing the work is arguably easy, it's certainly doable, and while it's easy to do, the problem is it's even easier not to do. Now, it's also true that you can live a long time with a poor philosophy and victim mentality without dealing with past traumas, or a life alone, or a life without purpose, but you will never thrive. And you'll be sick all the time, and you're going to have a lot of opposition, and a lot of pain and suffering, a harder life, a sadder life, and a much poorer life because it's going to be a much more expensive life. You will waste hundreds of thousands of dollars in searching for medical relief that you will never find. Your houses, cars, and body are going to break down a lot more at the worst possible times. It's going to be one thing after another until the day you die, which is going to be a long, painful, and expensive decline. I made this video series exclusively for those that want a bigger and better life than by default. You still have the freedom to change at any age. In this life, you get to do one thing. Pick your hard. It's hard to be alone. It's hard to be in harmony with a relationship. Pick your hard. Marriage can be hard. Divorce is hard. Pick your hard. It's hard to be a victim. It's hard to take responsibility and change your habituated thoughts on a subject by reading and writing every day. Pick your hard. It's hard to be in debt. It's hard to manage tons and tons of money. Pick your hard. It's hard to be in a painful body. It's hard to pour time and money in to take care of yourself. You have the absolute freedom to pick your hard. When you came into this time-space reality, you had 100% connection from your source energy. No little kids are hateful, racist, prejudiced, or spend time wringing their hands worrying about retirement or the mortgage payment. They followed their guidance and just wanted to do more fun things and had infinite curiosity. We were all like that by default. Then adults trained us out of our guidance system and the connection started to slow and our resistance increased. Have you ever noticed the longer people live, the more resistant they become and the sicker they are because they find more to worry about? I often ask the question, what would you worry about if TV didn't tell you what to worry about? So we don't need to learn about how to do anything new. Just stop doing the things that are keeping us from our natural, fully connected state, like letting go of a cork under the water. The first step in all change must be to increase the flow rate from our source energy. Then clear the hurdles, and the side effect of connecting up to source energy stronger is inspiration will abound in your life, guiding you to the best people, practitioners, jobs, traffic, restaurants, conversations, everything. FAQ. What do I think about blank? Whenever anyone asks me, what do you think about blank? They pretty much universally don't like my answer, even though it's the correct one. You can tell by now that one, I don't believe in reductionist medicine. But what I think is if you have done the work, and if you have gotten into harmony with a good feeling body, the universe will give you the shortest, fastest, quickest path for you to achieve the body you have gotten in harmony with. The answer will be so clear that you will never even think of asking third party because you have received an answer that has resonated with your soul on a level that is so clear nobody could convince you otherwise. Even asking a third party means you either haven't gotten in harmony or that's not the universe-inspired path. What do I think about other doctors, nurses, practitioners, and biohackers? This is all about Hippocrates' admonition. If you are not your own doctor, you are a fool. In general, nothing annoys practitioners more than when clients ask them about a supplement or protocol they saw on social media. If your practitioner is in harmony with this knowledge, let the universe unveil it to them. Remember, the universe doesn't need your help to know which is the fastest way the water flows down the mountain. As the video about truth pointed out, medical practitioners are atypically susceptible to a high number of cognitive biases, which there are many reasons we won't go over again here. So just let the universe do the work. Do I want them to adopt the quantum medical modality? Do I want to call them out using bad science? No. I want them to just be themselves exactly as they are. I want them promoting the cures they believe in and mastering their craft and fine-tuning their protocols. Because countless numbers of them are indeed exactly what people need to cure them. It's all about order of operations. If you are suffering and take action from the place of lack and go to one of these practitioners and let them do their protocol on you, it will do nothing at best and backfire at worst. But if you set your intention for a great feeling body, get in harmony with that desire, and the universe delivers to you in a synchronistic manner a specific practitioner and their protocols, and your soul leaps with joy when you learn about them, and your inner being is so clearly guiding you that wild horses couldn't keep you from that, that's where they fit in. And that's where they want to fit in as well. They want clients who are prepared to heal and have done all the work before they get to them. They want easy clients who are 99% of the way there so they can just help them the rest of the way. In that scenario, everyone is satisfied, fulfilled, and happy. So no, don't send this video to your practitioner. If they are in harmony with it, let the universe help them rendezvous with whatever information they are in harmony with on their own timetable. Leave them be. The great news is because it's a harmonic universe, and since you are watching this video right now, that means you are in harmony with being on the leading edge. You are in harmony with improving your life in the fastest, shortest, most fun way possible. That's very good news. The truth is, most people live average lives with average harmony on an average amount of subjects. There is little to no direction in their life. They just observe and knee-jerk react. And for them, average medical studies showing the average person takes a drug or supplement are on average true. But as I said in the very beginning, this video series isn't for average people wanting average lives. While science generally cuts off outliers, I've made that the cornerstone of my studies. Outliers are the exceptions to the averages, and this is about the path of people who want exceptional lives. Vibrant bodies until death, out-of-this-world delicious relationships, waking up each day with excitement in your heart, ready to live life to the fullest. I'm not a doctor, but I know harmony back and forth. When I started the nonprofit Quantum Medical Research, my whole mission was to help people heal cheaper, better, and faster than anything else out there. Because it doesn't matter how polite, caring, or sincere your practitioner is, if they don't have the right formula, you will never get the right answer. I believe this is the most accurate formula to date, and I am open to being wrong. I plan on refining this endlessly. But all the data people send to me, all the studies just confirm the quantum medical model, even with all the missing pieces, is the best approach out there. Focus on the 3.5 hurdles. You need to support a philosophy that honors the laws of the universe. But the good news is, this whole video series was all about that. There are standalone videos to help you step-by-step harmonize with a satisfying romantic relationship, a good-feeling body, and a life full of purpose and connection. Those will not only give you a step-by-step guide, but watching them will show you the pattern of how to harmonize with anything else you want in your life, like financial abundance, or working in a specific industry, or. If you take away one thing, let it be this. Don't try and be like anyone else. That would defeat the purpose of why you specifically came here. We already have a them. We needed a you. Exactly you. To be who you are. Unabashedly, unapologetically you. Your authentic expression contributes to all that is. Don't stifle any of your heart's desires. Since you are fundamentally, unchangeably free, you are free to choose your thoughts and therefore free to harmonize with things that help you express your authentic self. In essence, you are free to have, become, and experience anything your heart desires. Step fully into your power. Being authentically and joyfully you is the purpose of all life. Awake and arise to your infinite nature. You are not your temporary relationship status, job, housing status, bank account, or illness. You being you is your purpose. And when you honor that, everything spirals upward. Your delicious life awaits.